The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports. The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good evening and welcome to Milwaukee. Steve and Randy here. Steve Wooderhack, Randy Yarmga here to bring you some Waupun Lady Warrior girls basketball action as they are taking on the Milwaukee Popes, the Pius Popes, however they want us to say it, Pope the 11th Catholic, but we're at their high school right now in Milwaukee, not all that far away from the fairgrounds at all, but a ranked team in the state for Waupun, exactly what they need to do in the non-conference. And this is one of those teams. So looking forward to this ball game and have been for a while, getting down to Milwaukee and playing against a nice ranked team from Division II, number 9, the Pius Catholic Popes.
You can only hope it makes you better, and that's what the goal was when you schedule teams like this. What a beautiful facility they're at here, though. Very nice gym.
Nice, big, good-sized gym, just being that bigger high school. And they've got bleachers almost as high as ours in Waupun on both sides of the gym, so it's going to be a nice place to play. Not a lot of people from Waupun. Looks like they made the trip. A lot of parents and grandparents over there, so we definitely welcome anybody that wants to kind of hop on board and join us here tonight and watch the game and spread the word out there to people that we're on Radio Plus where you're watching it right now, so feel free to do that. Game will be starting pretty much on time, I think 7 o'clock. They're pretty much going on time as Waupun should be coming out to warm up pretty soon, but Waupun sitting at 7-1 in the season right now, number 1 ranked team in Division III. We saw them play against Freedom the last time that we got a chance to see them play, but they're taking care of business definitely with conference teams. Nobody touching them except for Kettle Moraine Lutheran giving them a little trouble. Other than that, taking care of business in the East Central Conference.
Yeah, and we thought Freedom would be a better game that Waupun was going to see, but it turned out Freedom had a number of people that were injured that night and didn't play in that game, so maybe that was part of it. But so far, so good for the Waupun Warriors, other than the one loss they had to Verona, which was a ranked team in D1. So again, should be a very competitive game this evening.
They got Pius Catholic, and they play out of the Woodland West Conference, and they are sitting in second place right now at 4-1. Pewaukee, always pretty much a basketball juggernaut over there. I think, is that the team that had that little red-haired girl that was on their team in Pewaukee that lit it up at state tournament like a season or two ago?
I believe it was. She was a freshman, I think, at the time.
Just a freshman, and she all of a sudden I think she has a twin sister besides. They both have these these two ponytails, and but very good players. So yeah, you got a good program over there that's leading the conference right now at 4-0. I was just going to kind of look at their schedule, see if they played Pewaukee yet, and they have not played them yet. That's like the last team they play in the conference during the season. So again, girls basketball action here tonight. Let's take a break and come back and talk a little bit more about both teams. Waupun taking on the Pius Popes here in Milwaukee at Catholic High School here in Milwaukee. Back after this on RP Sports. I don't think we're even on right now. Is anything?
That's why I like to have running, so I can see it. And not the split screen.
Yeah, it's real edgy. Stop and start and all.
Steve, you're good.
Good now?
Yeah. You still must have come across, though, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Randy's pulling up on his phone. It's kind of choppy.
Yeah. What?
Well, again, Steve Wooderhack and Randy Yarmga here at Milwaukee Pius High School, and I might be having a little trouble with our video right now, being a little choppy, so we're going to try to work on that a little bit. At Big Nate, we got Jeff Sauer here with our stream team, so hopefully we can get that going for you.
Again, we're always at the whims of the schools we're at and how much firewalls they have and all the other things they use to protect their internet feed. So
Yeah, we're kind of coming right out of the router with this one. They didn't decide to hook up to their program. It would have been about 300 feet of cable to
Right.
get to where it's in some office or something down the hallway and everything. So kind of going to the router here, and hopefully we can get you the game here tonight. Again, Waupun having a pretty good season, and got a chance to talk to Tim Alsma, the head coach for the Waupun Warriors, and I'm going to bring you that interview coming up in just a few minutes. You're tuned in to Waupun Lady Warrior Basketball live from Milwaukee Pius High School on RP Sports.
Does that take more CPU to run this way than the classic? Hit play. I know every window open causes more CPU drain. Same thing when you hover. I found that out as well. That takes more CPU to do that.
Want me to turn this one off? You think that makes any difference? Does it make any difference if I have this one on? And should I turn it off?
I don't know.
It's just buffering now. It is non-stop buffering.
Depends if you're not doing the same thing as they're on their router, then it should be all right. See, my view is you get here, you get things on right away. You put it on just like you're going to be on for 20 minutes, 25 minutes early. Not just when you hit live and then you find out.
It was kind of jumpy. Now it's totally off now.
Do something different now so it won't crash. Crashing it, is it?
I just I lowered it to 480.
I have never changed mine.
Alright, we're good.
If you're running, leave it running.
Why do I do this?
Go to the classic view, please. Get out of the double windows.
Jeff, why don't you just take that over? We're not going to get on.
I will. send that out.
Okay.
Probably want to hear the audio while we're working on
That comes through without no way. Audio comes through without delay where we can listen to it.
We're running on full 5G almost. So it's not the MiFi. Unplugged all of the port cameras then. So we add them one at a time.
We make you feel at home and auto sales, great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Direction if we have to.
freshman guard, number 12, Marcelo Rivera. A 5'7" junior guard, number 14, Taz Leachuk. And a 5'8" junior forward, number 24, Addison Miranda. Here comes the coach by Scott Harris, assisted by Odin Rushman, Gabby Green, and Jeff Lumberman. Good luck to both teams. Play hard, have fun.
Tape. That's right there underneath here. Cool. Is it working? Plug in. Is it working? Don't. Change it then. Unplug it. Select it on the bottom.
Travel.
Traveling. Waupun ball.
It was going. I mean,
It's showing that's
it's jumping, but it's working.
I was just talking to the AD.
Can they hear the audio? I can.
Owen Carter.
Yeah, he's trying to find the port.
I thought he gave us a thumbs up.
He was asking me if it was working.
Oh.
And let me know if it's up or not.
Is there any possibility that people could be listening right now?
Is it working? It's the internet. That's Yes?
Point to number 24, Addison Miranda.
Gracie. Are we on? Just say if we can. Okay, okay, we are on, I believe, now. We haven't having some serious problem with our video, but who got the last basket, Randy?
That was Edison Miranda, her
Okay.
second three of the game.
Okay. Lydia Alsma just with a basket for Waupun, and Warriors leading 10-6 now, early going of the ball game. And Steve Witterhack with you, Randy Armgood with you. Got Big Nate Young on the video streaming, and hopefully we got this thing figured out. And we are going here at Pius High School in Milwaukee.
Thank you for your patience, and as we try and get everything together here.
Okay, so right now the Popes with the basketball. And Waupun with a 10-6 lead. So Gracie Gopalin's really turned into a little three-point shooter, blocked by Cale Peterson. Coming up with it as Alsma after that. Peterson will bring it up. Pope's not a tall team out there. Well, as we go along here, we'll kind of go through their starting lineup. And Waupun, of course, with Gracie Gopalin out there with the basketball. Maddie Vandestreek gets the pass. You got Lydia Alsma also, and Rowan Harder has it, tries to get it inside, but doesn't take care of it, and it gets blocked away, and Popes come up with the basketball. Now a foul is going to be called on Vandestreek. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Popes, Georgia Campanato, as she's a 5'7 junior, 14 points a game. Shea Spector, a freshman at 5'6. Marcella Rivera is a 5'6 freshman, so a couple freshmen in the starting lineup for the Popes. Tess Wiechek, she's a 5'7 junior, averaging 15 points a game, and Addison Miranda, a 5'8 junior, who averages 11 points a game. Waupun comes up with the ball again, then Lydia Alsma pushes it up the court, gets tripped up on her way up the court. And this should be the first foul of the ball game on the Popes, team that dominated the WISA conference back when they used to have that. And that's one thing that didn't show up when I looked at the WIA state appearances, but it didn't go back into the WISA stuff. I didn't look into that, and I know they won state numerous times. Peterson launches up a three, that is no good. And coming up the rebound is Spector.
I did see the Popes in 2022 went to the sectionals. I saw a trophy in the rack there, girls basketball.
Ball kicked out to the right, three on the way. That comes up well short. Rowan Harder comes up with a rebound, and she'll get over to Gracie Gopalin. And Popes will launch up some threes. They've got three players that are over 30%, one of them over 40%, and that is Wiechek on the season from three-point land. Nice pass inside, and Peterson gets over Rowan Harder, and she finishes. Nice feed. Good ball movement for Waupun, and Rowan gets her fourth point of the ball game. Waupun leading 12-6.
Oh, the scoring by Addison Miranda for the Popes with the 2 3-pointers.
Good look inside. Nobody covering number 14, Tess Wiechek, inside all alone, their main scorer, and she gets an easy two on that pass inside.
Waupun facing a zone defense here to start this game. It's like a 2-3.
Lob pass to Peterson inside. Nobody can match that height inside, and a good feed from Rowan Harder. That might be the play of the night. They can't really match the 6'1 frame of Cale Peterson inside. They've got 5'7", 5'6", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". The five players on the court for the Popes. Three-pointer on the way. That rims out no good, and Gracie Gopalin comes up with the ball. Ooh, almost a travel there for.
They have gotten away with one.
And that one's going to miss everything, and a good hustle there by Maddie Vandestreek to get it. Peterson launches up a three straight away, comes up short, and got a kind of a late call, but getting tripped up was Gracie Gopalin. And she's going to get called for the foul besides. So Gracie picks up her first. That is the team's second. A little bit of a free-for-all out there right now, and referees hesitating and blowing their whistle.
I thought he was going to call maybe a travel because he gave the open hand signal for a violation and not a foul, but then he decided to call a foul later.
Pius with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way again. Now some Spector, front of the rim, no good. Weak side rebound in the hands of Campanato.
Snapping the ball around.
Thought about the three. Peterson cuts her off, but she's going to drive. Long three on the way. And another three-pointer made by Addison Miranda. Her third three, and she does not hesitate. And almost throws it away on the inbounds pass, but Peterson comes up with it, gets it up to Lydia Alsma, turns around. That one misses all the rim. And we're heading back down the Pope's way. Rivera has it down to the corner. Cross-court pass over the right side. There she is again, all alone. And putting it in. Somebody's got to stay a little closer to Addison Miranda. Too many open looks. And we are tied at 14. Timeout on the court. We'll do the same back right after this with more Waupun Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
Still buffering a lot.
It is.
I mean, some.
Are we on a commercial or not? Yeah.
I'm gonna try my computer. Into my computer.
Directly into your computer, you have a port?
Looks like it fits with one of those. I have 4 ports on the back of my hard drive. You can just go try that quick. Right now I'm in the port that.
Yeah, so what it's dropping us frames right now. What it's telling us is the port is blocked. So I can't connect out. But that shouldn't even be an issue right now because I'm running off of my Wi-Fi.
Yep.
What?
Just came back now.
What's that?
It just came back out of that buffer.
Yeah, that's running off of my Wi-Fi. But it dropped frames for some reason. And it's dropping again. Yeah, like every 2 or 3 refreshes, it's dropping. Oh, you're live. Yeah, you're live. We're running off the Wi-Fi. It's dropping frames so every...
Okay, well, it's, I don't know. It's having major problems with our video, with our stream team here. So well, hopefully maybe you can hear what we're saying. And your halftime score, Waupun, now in the lead, 29-23 at halftime here at Pius, home of the Popes. And it's been kind of a battle, pretty physical game out there, and a lot of in-your-face defense being applied by the Popes, challenging everything inside. Again, seems to be a bit of a problem that we've seen in the past, some missed opportunities inside, and Waupun's had many of those. Should be up another 6 points or so in this ball game.
Yeah, and it's those role players, we like to call them that. They're not, the 3 main that do most of the scoring, and their opportunities are going to be there because Kale's drawing a lot of attention again, and those are the girls that just need to finish around the hoop, and they can really make Waupun a superior team when that happens.
Yeah, your halftime score, Waupun leading 29-23, a last-second basket. 3-point shot by Shea Spector, throwing him one in with a hand in her face, and just kind of threw it in that direction. It happened to go in. Made just a little bit more interesting game. Instead of a 9-point lead at halftime, it's a 6-point lead, but it's going to be a battle the rest of the way. A very physical team, very much in your face. And Waupun gets a challenge. No open looks at anything in this ball game. So it'll be an interesting second half against a nice team like the Pius Popes. Looking at their schedule, they kind of loaded it up. I did talk to their head coach, Scott Herrick, beforehand, and a little bit like Tim Alsma, he likes to load up his schedule pretty good, and he did it again this year. Of course, he's got Waupun sitting at #1 ranked team in the state in Division III. And their next game is, we got 2 games over at Watertown High School with the same tournament Waupun plays in that holiday tournament. And they'll be playing against Edgewood over at Watertown, a D3 #5 ranked team. And also they're going to be playing the next day against West De Pere, and they are a #6 Division II ranked team. So just loading up the schedule exactly like Tim Alsma does.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. If if your main goal is to maybe compete for a state title at the end of the season, you want to harden your team mid-season and hopefully they win or lose. Hopefully you improve your team. It's no fun beating teams by 30 or 40, and it doesn't make you better. Better to lose by a couple of points in a very competitive game. So that's their goal, and the main goal always to try and get that gold ball at the end of the year.
Well, another team they have to play twice during the season because they're in the Woodland West Conference, and that's Pewaukee, and they're the #1 ranked team in Division II, and they got to play them twice. First game against them on the 12th of January, then they play them again on February 6th. So really kind of the last team in the rotation that they play out of the Woodland West Conference. And
Not on your cord, on our Wi-Fi.
so I think we're coming through right now. I'm not sure, but sorry about the disastrous first half here with not being on most of the time. But again, Waupun's battling, and this is exactly what they need. They need games like this against teams that are going to push them, take them out of their comfort zone. You're just not going to dribble past people and get easy lands or always lob it into Kale every time because they defend that well, which they have. Kale had one nice pass inside from Rowan Harder and got herself an easy 2, but everything else has been contested. You had to earn every point you got so far. So it's a great test and a great measuring stick to where Waupun is so far in the season.
A couple of people on the live chat asking us to repeat the score, Steve, because they can't see anything. So if you can give them a heads up on that, that'd be great.
29-23, Waupun leading here. Sweetcheck only with 2 points in the first half, but she averages 15 and leads the team in scoring. But Waupun has been doing a good job being just a little bit taller team, keeping her out of the as a 43% free throw shooter. So got to keep an eye on Campanato, make sure that she is not going to get started here in the second half.
Well, I think I spoke to Addison Miranda's mother before the game. I was looking for pronunciations from went to the first closest lady to us, and I believe she said that. So her daughter had a heck of a nice start, and I know she's got family out of state, she said, might be watching or listening. So congratulations to Addison Miranda as well.
So we are ready to play the second half. Waupun will come out and see if they can take care of the very aggressive defense they're going to face. They're going to have to play defensively first as the Popes will inbound the ball first, starting things out here in the second half of action. Wecheck will bring it up. Again, that's a teammate of Gracie Gopal on her club basketball team.
Waupun going to man-to-man defense right now.
Again, they got to close in on those three-point shooters. A nice job changing the shot inside on Wecheck's drive, and you go right against Peterson. It's the last person you want to try to get a shot off on. That changed it for her, and Waupun gets it back with that 6-point lead. So Waupun can get a good start. Peterson inside goes up with the left hand, and nice feed. Perfect feed inside. High enough for Kale and not the defender, and just turns around and scores.
Too much length. Peterson too long.
Yep, 5'8" is the tallest player in the starting lineup, at least, for the Popes. Missed shot back in the Campanato around the right side gets cut off, and a little lob pass inside to no one. And Waupun will take over with an 8-point lead, up 31-20.
Waupun.
Peterson gets the inbounds pass, gives it off to Gracie. She brings it up along the right side now for Waupun. A little hesitation, puts it off the glass and in. Nice drive by Gracie, kind of drawing in the defender, and Waupun now takes a 10 to Milwaukee. And we've gotten a little scenic. We just took one too late turn here, and then we got to go Christmas decorated houses along the way, and it was kind of a nice little drive to come over to the high school. And all of a sudden, we just popped out into an opening, and here's Pius High School. So they've been.
Again, we're not even sure if we're broadcasting right now, but Steve and I are gonna keep going, folks, and hopefully you'll be able to get scores here and there.
Here we go, 10-point lead. Nice start to the half for Waupun. A minute and a half into the second half. Leading 33-23. Spector has it, guarded by Rowan Harder. Cross-court pass in the hands of Rivera. Lydia Alsma keeps her from driving in. And Wiechek will set things up again for the Popes. Campanado has it, working against Peters.
Sure about that call. That came early. Double call. We have a little discussion here. Maybe the other officials even wondering who was the foul on, because it certainly wasn't.
Oh, Kale wasn't even, the body wasn't even close to her.
That was an anticipation call. I don't like to pick on it.
So a free throw, and the line is Shea Spector makes her first free throw. She's now got 6 points in the ball game. Just Kale's first foul of the ball game. Free throw off the back of the rim. No good. Half court now for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Lob pass into Peterson. Easy as that. Little lob pass to the tallest girl on the court, and turns around and finishes again. She's got a couple of buckets.
For Peterson. Probably the hardest part about those 2 points was finding that pass.
To get it back with an 11-point lead and facing some full court pressure right now. Gracie brings it up along the right side. And she'll back off and set things up again. 11-point lead now for Waupun. Alsma in the corner with it. Dribbles and reverses direction, goes up. Tough shot by Lydia Alsma. And a reach off to her right a little bit on that pivot as she reversed directions and gets it off the glass and in. Nice bucket from Alsma.
Good defense by Waupun. Playing some man-to-man.
Content with kind of staying back and defending the perimeter, keeping the balls out of the inside. Three-pointer on the way, it'll catch and shoot. Nice looking basket from Shea Spector. Second three of the ball game. She's now got 9 points in the game. And steal now and right back in the hands of Waupun. Vandestreek has it down in the right corner, dribbles out of the corner, back over to Cale Peterson out on top. 39-27, the lead now for Waupun. There's Lydia Alsma with it, and another travel on Waupun's happy feet, and it's going to go back in the hands of Pius. And that little uncertainty is usually what causes some of that stuff, and
gets a little bit upright, a little tall. That'll make that happen. And
Popes back down by 12 with a little under 10.5 minutes left, and it's going to be a foul called on the Lady Warriors.
It's going to go on Gopalin. Second, I believe.
12-point lead, just under 10.5 to play in the contest here at Pius High School in Milwaukee. An hour and 15-minute drive or so to get here.
I think we can keep going, Steve. People are saying we're going in and out, but we're on occasionally at least. So.
Okay. Campanado goes to the rack, and she's going to get fouled, and she'll be going to the line to shoot two. Georgia Campanado, 14 points a game for her. And this will be one of these free throws will be her first points of the ball game. She scored all in the first half. That is the third personal foul on Gracie Gopal. First free throw is good. So Wapun's height is definitely taking some of their main scorers out of the picture. Wiechek averages 15. She's got 2 in the ball game, and Campanado puts another free throw up, makes it. She's got 2 points in the game. So there's a 15-point score and a 14-point-a-game scorer. And they have a total of 4 points between them. Lydia Alsma with it. It's going to get knocked away. Somehow she gets the ball back over to Peterson. Babbage passes up a 3-look, gets inside over to Cale Peterson. And goes up with the left hand, and that one goes in. Nice job by Cale. Friendly rim there, hauls the ball back in through, and Waupun back up by 12, 41-29. Over 9.5 to play.
It takes a lot of practice to be able to make left-handed like 5 or 6 footers. And it's not your strong hand. Way better with her left hand than I ever was as a player.
Looks like Babish might be getting called for a foul, kind of backpedaling a little bit, and then the Popes player trips over her feet. Harder's going to check out, and Trinity Pierce is going to come in. Back out on top, and all by herself, three-point shot is up, no good. And not finding the rhythm she had in the first half, Addison Miranda misses that one. She had the look that time. She had time to get herself set to shoot it. Peterson around the back, showing her skills. Inside into Trinity Pierce, and comes up short on the shot. She thought maybe she got fouled on that, but comes up short. Pope's basketball, and Waupun will get it back, and then they're going to toss it. Whoa. Popes do end up getting it back. Kind of rolled up the court for a ways. Looked like it was off Waupun, and then a big save there by the Popes. A three-point shot up and good. Nice job, good control by Addison Miranda. First points of the second half. Somehow keeps her feet on the ground, and it goes up and buries the three-point shot. It's her first basket of the second half. She's now got 17 points in the game and has her team back within single digits now, 9 points. 41-32 in favor of the Waupun Lady Warriors with 8:39 left.
It's been about for sure an 8-2 run just over the last few minutes here by Pius. Not sure exactly what the score was at halftime now that I go back, but yeah.
Yeah, sometimes with Waupun, they've had trouble with the pressure out there, just barely hanging on sometimes, and somehow getting a basket at the end to get a decent lead. And now Popes keep on fighting out there and got themselves back in 9-point lead for Waupun at this time. So they're coming back right now. So we'll see what happens. Waupun handles the pressure. That's what you got to face if you want to be the best and get back to the promised land, up to the Resch Center again this year or next year.
2024, hard to believe it's 2024 season coming up soon. How the years fly for us older guys.
Yeah, it goes faster, just like my mom and dad told me. The older you get, the faster the years go, and they're flying by right now.
We talk about that when we talk back about guys like Marcus Damask and some of them. He's a fifth-year college player now. He's been out of Waupun for that long.
An unbelievable career over at Illinois.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lydia Alsma will bring it up now for the Warriors, working against the Campanato. Back to Lydia. And getting double teamed, and not a real hard pass, but did get over to Peterson. Back over to Lydia up by the free throw line, gets cut off. Peterson gets it, has it by the right elbow, and dribbles out of trouble. Back on to Vandestreek. Back out on top over to Lydia, launches up a three. That is no good, and Babish going after the rebound. It's a little communication here between the officials on who it's off from.
Definitely should be Waupun's ball. Yes.
It will be Waupun basketball after that.
A small crowd here from Pius, but a vocal crowd. Give them that.
Passed out on top, and boy, unbelievable no call on that. And there goes Lydia inside the travel called. They don't call the foul. That was obvious. Up on top, and the girl ran right into her when Lydia caught the ball. Then they call the travel after that, so got to keep playing.
Well, remember, you're in the city. They're not going to get calls here. You got to play. Not going to be able to change that.
That was going over the top of Peterson on the shot by Miranda Rivera. Her first points. The impressive shot over the 6'1" Peterson. She's only 5'6" herself. Getting it out to Vandestreek, back out to Peterson out on top. Babish has it, back to Kale. Just kind of hanging on right now, sputtering on offense. Babish, nope, not really looking for 3 attempts. And gets it back over to Peterson. She's going to take it in, nope, gets it back out. Here goes Alsma by the free throw line into the basket, and it's going to be a tie-up. Waupun's going to get it back, but man, they're just not looking real confident right now with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, Waupun not really looking to score, trying to run this game out, but you got to look for a little bit of offense with 7 minutes left. Way too much time.
Yeah, I thought Babish had a couple opportunities down in the corner to maybe pop one in, at least take a shot at the basket. But.
Yeah.
So Waupun holding on now to a 7-point lead and having trouble with the defensive pressure, especially a double team out on top, causing a lot of turnovers.
Only 2 fouls on Pius as well, so they can get out and be aggressive.
Catch between Cale Peterson and Gracie Gopalin. Dribbles off to her right. Gives up her dribble, and they get the ball down to Babish.
They'll dribble it out.
And a lob it in. Timeout taken by Coach Tim Alsma. Waupun leading by a score of 41-34. 6:38 left here in the ball game. So we keep it right here.
Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. And we know it's been bad. There's tried everything we can to fix it. It's just not working. So we're going to stick with it as best we can, and hopefully, if you're not too frustrated, you'll stick with us and maybe hear the scores at least.
Well, there are 55 computers logged on right now, so I don't know what they're seeing or hearing over there, but hopefully enough of our play-by-play, kind of turning to radio a little bit on this if the video's not coming over, so hopefully our audio's coming through, but 6:38 left in the contest. And you never know what you're going to get when you go to a school and what you're going to get for their internet, what kind of firewalls they might have up to kind of block you from getting through, and definitely running into trouble with that. And now they're also running into trouble when you use our routers here too. And it's not a video stream friendly environment over here, even though the people are very nice and very accommodating, but it's hard to get a signal through. And
our stream team has tried everything from hard lines to using hotspots to everything else possible, and it is what it is, folks. We apologize.
So Waupun with the basketball, leading by 7 right now, but you can keep on handling the pressure they've been having trouble with the Popes. Cross-court pass over to Gracie, and then she's going to get called for the offensive foul, pushing off with the left arm. That's going to pick up, I think, her 4th foul in the ball game with that one. That's her 4th foul.
It is.
6:24 left in the game, and Maddie Vandestreek's coming in and give Gracie a little break right now. But Waupun's just really having trouble getting their offense going here against some very good, aggressive, in-your-face defense by the Popes. It'll walk on that at the easy call for the official. Radisson Miranda took a little choppy steps there and gets called for the travel. It was the right call.
Yeah. Fortunate for Waupun because she did drain the three-pointer after the whistle.
Yeah. See if Waupun can somehow get some offense going here. Just can't think 41 is going to be enough. 6:15 and counting down in the game.
Waupun was stuck on 39 for a long time.
Right where you don't want to quit dribbling, and a good job by Lydia to get away from it. Vandestreek gets it down to the corner, then she falls down. And everything that can go wrong is going wrong for Waupun offensively. It'll pull up, banker off the glass. Couple big baskets by Marcela Rivera in the last few minutes. As Pope's back within 5 now. And the pass inside to Rowan Harder, turns around and puts it in. Much needed basket by the Waupun Lady Warriors. Nice feed inside. Rowan finishes. Much needed basket. There's a 3-point shot in the way, and that's no good. Ball passed down to the corner over to Spector. And Wiechek's going to pull it back out and set things up with 5:20 and counting down in the game. 7-point lead for Waupun, but the Popes of the basketball. Back over to Spector. A little crossover dribble. And missed shot, and that's going to be a foul, should be on Wiechek, but maybe not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they are going to call it. Not even the obvious is obvious sometimes, but no, Wiechek gets called kind of over to the back of Peterson. Hanging on and clinging on to a 7-point lead, up 43-36.
Just at that 5-minute mark. Oh, trouble picking that ball up again.
Just a lob pass inside, and Wiechek, good job. Waupun real soft on their passes. I mean, there's not these crisp passes. They're kind of floating them out there for the Popes to just take a shot at them. And
they're getting trapped, a lot of pressure, getting into Getting into your stomach and upper body and making you get on your heels. Tough to throw that way.
Yeah, it'd be better than that. I mean, they really got to be better.
You do
passes.
have to be.
Can't float them out there.
To work on strong drills. Take care of that under extreme pressure.
Just clinging on to that 7-point lead, and a little lob into Peterson, but that's well underthrown by the pass by Harder. Here goes the Campanado. And she's going to get fouled, trying to split a couple of defenders, and Waupun will pick up another foul. It'll be foul number 6 for the Waupun Warriors.
Opportunity to cut it to 5 points here with 4.5 left.
Georgia Campanado looked pretty solid on her first 2 free throws earlier this half. Gets 2 more free throws. Still looks pretty solid. 3 for 3 from the line.
Very nice, smooth stroke. Hopefully you're getting a little bit. I'm looking at my phone, kind of going in and out. Thanks for sticking with us, folks.
This free throw is good, too. 4 for 4 from the line for Georgia Campanado. Most importantly, she's got her team within 5. And Lydia Alsma will bring it up for Waupun. Over to Peterson along the right side, back over to Lydia. Rowan Harder has it now. Peterson has it by the free throw line, back over to Rowan Harder. Everything seems almost like a roller coaster ride here for Waupun. Then a badly thrown ball, and coming up with it is Rivera. So Popes with a basketball, leading by 5, 43-38. Again, Waupun being very sloppy with the basketball here, tossing another one away. Good look to Rivera inside, and goes over a much taller player and puts it in. Isn't afraid to just turn right, go right at her. 4 of her 6 points are going right at Peterson.
Doing this, another turnover.
Waupun up by 3, and we're going the other way, and then another foul on Waupun, just melting down on the offensive end. And that'll be foul number 7 on the Lady Warriors. And the one girl you don't want to foul is the girl who's 4 for 4 from the game. That's Georgia Campanado.
This will be a one-on-one right now, 7th foul against Waupun.
Free throw again is nothing but net. She's rock solid up there. 72% free throw shooter on the season. Next free throw also good.
1 point game, Steve. Who would have thought? Looked like Waupun was going to walk away with this early.
Yeah, but then their offense just turned down to the great defense being applied by the Popes. Waupun not rising to the occasion against the pressure. Lydia's got it. It's going to, and this is going to be thrown away again. Where their passes are going, I'm not sure. Well, it's pressure, but still, if you're going to handle that way better than what Waupun has. This will be a video that may be good if it doesn't make it on the internet for other teams to watch.
Yeah, extreme man-to-man right now is getting the job done against the Warriors.
A little back cut, nobody covering a Campanado. Double team on the ball, but nobody covering a Campanado with a little give and go. Waupun now trailing 44 to Vandestreek from the right side. Waupun does get the lead back, but their points are few and far between. Back to a 1 point lead for Waupun. And we got an offensive foul going down and pushing down Maddie Vandestreek is Addison Miranda.
And Maddie is fired up. She realized the importance of getting a call in that situation.
Yeah, we haven't been getting a lot of them either, and it's nice to get one. That was Waupun can make them pay for this and get a bucket this trip down the court.
Good to have Gracie back on the floor, ball handling skills.
And again, too soft a lob pass inside. Got to fire it in there, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Popes. Waupun will inbound on their baseline. Gracie will do the inbounding for Waupun. 2:34 left, Waupun leading 45-44. Pass inside to Rowan Harder, and she's going to get fouled on her way to the basket. So Harder is going to go to the free throw line for Waupun. Rowan about a 59% free throw shooter. Gets herself a couple free throws.
Waupun down by one, 45-44.
There you go, Rowan. First free throw is up, and that is nothing but net for Rowan Harder. Every point so important for Waupun right now. They have not been easy to come by.
Rowan's been under pressure before in these type of situations.
Rowan's next free throw also up on the rim and goes in. Two big free throws for Rowan Harder. Back to a 3-point lead for Waupun, 47-44. Waupun back in that 2-3 defense. Cross-court pass over in the hands of Miranda.
Someone you need to know where she is. Addison Miranda can fill it up.
Wiecek has it, passes down to the right side. Three-pointer is up, and it's no good. And getting the rebound is Lydia Alsma. Big miss there in Waupun, but 2 minutes left with a 3-point lead, 47-44. Pius making Waupun work after Waupun had a really nice, comfortable lead, double digits for quite some time. Gracie's got it, passes into the back cutter to Vandestreek, and she's going to get called. Again, kind of back into the defender, and ends up, the defender moves back, and she ends up traveling. It'll be Pius basketball. Everything looks like an effort for Waupun offensively in this ball game.
You got to credit Pius, extreme defense. They're getting up and playing tough, and Waupun has to handle it. Find the ball there, man.
Miranda gets it on the corner, but good job by Lydia to get through the pick. Back out to Miranda. She'll launch up another three and gets it to go. We are tied at 47-47. Just needed a little crease in there and got it off and drains it.
There's her sixth made three-pointer in this game.
Maddie Vandestreek with it out on the right side, taken out of her hands. And then a good job by Rowan to get in there and calls a timeout for the split second that she had control of it with nobody else with a hand on it. Waupun gets a timeout and they get the ball back. Good job by Rowan. Good hustle play to get that ball.
Pius arguing that she did not have possession, but she clearly did for that. The official a little late getting the call on the timeout, but it's the right call. She had possession and coaches were asking for timeout.
He just kept on calling time just for that little split second she had it. But, man, what an effort Waupun has had to expend just to try to hang on to this ball game. I'm glad they answered a little bit when they were behind, but now it's 47 apiece. They've got the ball with 54 seconds. I'm not sure what the largest lead was for Waupun, but a good, at least 14-point lead or so at one time.
I think 15. I believe it was 39-24 at one point. For a long time, nobody scored for a long time. It stayed at that. So Waupun up 15 in the second half. That's a play that won't show up in the scorebook or anywhere else, but play there by Rowan Harder diving on that ball and then being able to get the timeout was Waupun.
Get the Peterson inside, and she's just going to go up and finish. That pretty easy 2 points there for Waupun. Sometimes they can look so easy. Just give it to the 6'1" girl. 17 points in the game for Cale Peterson. Campanado has it. Gives the ball over to Spector. And really got to stay close to his Miranda. Don't let her get an open look.
Yeah, Maddie Vandestreek's the one covering her and really face guarding at this point.
Not even looking where the ball is, just looking at her eyes right now, wherever she is. He's a perfect person for that. Three-pointer away from Wiecek now. Back of the rim, no good. And that's going to be Waupun basketball. Probably lucky for the Popes they didn't get called for an over the back, but they'll get it back now with 16 seconds left.
Good job by Rowan Harder to box out.
Well, hopefully Waupun can hang on, and Tim's going to have a whole lot of things to work on in practice with the team. And hopefully he's going to bring some people in that can kind of replicate what they saw here with the defense that's been applied by the Popes. But, man, they had trouble giving up that 15-point lead and now hanging on by 2, and they got the ball. So 16 seconds left. See what Waupun does in this last 16 seconds of the game.
I refer to the strong game once in a while. There's a drill we used to do in practice where you couldn't dribble and you had to have 60 passes made and the defense just getting after you. And sometimes we added a 6th guy on defense, so it was a drill. And then each team got to compete and try and get to that 60 passes. It makes you be very strong with the ball, makes you learn how to pivot, makes you make strong passes and go to the ball and catch the ball and all those things that Waupun has not done that well here in the end of this game.
Peterson will inbound the basketball and just look at trying to get it in right now, and they do get it into Gracie, and she's going to get fouled. And hate to say, but Gracie's probably the right one to foul out there. I think she's only like 1 for 11 on the season, a very low number of free throws that she's shot this season.
That's actually, I believe, only the 16th foul, so that's, yeah, they will be.
Okay, so that's no free throw. Waupun will have another adventure in trying to get the ball in and maybe get it to one of the free throw shooters, which of course is Kale as your main one out there. Also for Waupun, Lydia Alsma, a very good free throw shooter at 87% on the season, her best free throw shooter.
The good news is Waupun's going to enter the ball closer to mid-court here, so you don't have to go the full distance, get the ball in the front court. Had a lot of trouble getting it in, though, Steve. Yeah, just Gracie able to
just barely beat the clock.
Yeah, shake and bake enough to elude her defender and receive that pass.
So we're down to 15 and a half seconds left in the ball game. Waupun leading 49-47. They got to inbound the ball one more time. Probably be a quick foul. Like to see him get it into Kale maybe or to Lydia, one of those two, and see if we can get them at the line. Yeah, what a game here. Just credit Waupun because things were just totally, the wheels are falling off for them offensively, and finally just got buckets just at the right time just to keep the lead or let it be tied, but that's about it. Kale's going to inbound the ball.
Which he usually does. No pressure right here. At least early they're not showing pressure.
Getting to Lydia, your best free throw shooter, and we're going to say a jump ball.
That's not a bad call either.
No, it's a right call.
Lydia trying to squirrel it up. You got to chin the ball right there.
That's when you rip it away from everybody and they make them have to foul you, but she's kind of held it there, and they both right away grabbed in, and exactly what you didn't want to happen happened, and now the Popes get it back. 13 and a half seconds left and another timeout, this time taken by Scott Herrick, Pius.
Plenty of time left, folks. Boy, Waupun's got to play defense, then you have to rebound 5. Absolutely send 5 to the defensive glass. Secure the rebound on a miss. Too many games are lost on second chance opportunities late in the game like this. It's been frustrating a little bit to watch Waupun. They've sort of melted down here, and credit to Pius. They're getting after it.
Yeah, if they win this one here tonight, that'll be a Christmas miracle.
That'd be a very disappointing loss for Waupun. We don't want to even say this right now. You got to defend, you have to rebound and chin it, and then hopefully you go to the line. But the other good point is now it will be Waupun's possession if it does come to a tie-up.
71 computers logged on, so hopefully you're hearing something or seeing something. We're going to keep on talking, which we have. Who knows how much of this got through, but thanks for sticking around with us. 71 computers logged on. Waupun in trouble right now. 13 seconds left. We check with the basketball. Back over to Weecheck, down in the corner with it. Three-pointer on the way, and that is no good. Ball loose. We're down to 0.7 seconds left, and we're going to get a foul on Waupun. And it's going to be some free throws for the Popes trying to tie this thing up with 0.7 of a second left.
Ouch. There will be a bonus.
This is a bonus, and this is Shea Spector going to the line. She's 1 for 2 in the game, but she is a 75% free throw shooter. Needs to make them both. If she misses, Waupun better go grab that rebound.
Yeah.
Here we go. Got a freshman at the line. Maybe that'll factor in. Misses the free throw. Waupun gets a rebound, and that's how it's going to end. Waupun wins 49-47. And talk about escape is an understatement in this ball game. A lot of things to work on for the Waupun Lady Warriors, but they somehow battle and make the right plays at the right time to hang on and get a freshman at the free throw line probably helped at the end, and an opportunity for them to tie the ball game up. And Waupun wins 49-47.
Just buffering. He forgot to tell us that there was a YouTube outage. Can't stream to YouTube when there's an outage. YouTube outage.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, but it was causing the buffer.
Yeah.
Wait, it wasn't the full.
70.
He said they were having issues with YouTube all day. They didn't tell me that. And I even called them and asked them, would be streaming to the YouTube. You can try and give a wrap up if you want. They'll hear you, it's just the buffering of the camera.
Our voices don't buffer. It's just
That I don't know. You'd have to have somebody there.
people were hanging on.
I know.
Now they're going down fast.
Oh. We should have gone down faster. What's that?
Some guy said absolutely no YouTube outage.
Oh,
Everybody else is streaming fine.
well, he told me that they couldn't use their YouTube today. I don't know what else it would be because we couldn't hardwire, we couldn't go. I was on 5G on my MiFi. There's no reason. I don't know either. I say this every time I do this. I'm not going on the road anymore to a place I don't know.